By far, the most common question I get in my channel is, Stonewall, how do I recover from the jungle? Or, Stonewall, I've been invaded, what do I do? And honestly, the concept of jungle recovery is very easy to understand. The problem is you don't often get to practice it. In this case here, the enemy Ziggs actually distracted us from his teammates. They invaded us at red and forced us out. I used my ghost and I ended up having to take a dash because I foolishly went back in. And now I'm on Jungle Shen, who's lost his red, has a dash to begin with, and now I'm not gonna get a leash at my blue. And worst off, the enemy Kha'Zix shows up to boot me out, and I can't smite secure my own blue. So I'm incredibly shafted. My teammates are awesome enough to come help me though. I botched the dash, and you know it's putting me on tilt, and we're kind of screwed out of this. My teammates also burned their summoner spell, so right now I'm a zero experience Shen who has a dash and is against a Kha'Zix who's much faster and deadlier. I'm not having a fun time. But I know I can still recover in two ways. I can either farm the jungle non-stop and wait for my ultimate so I can actually counter gank and stuff, or try to force ganks early and hope for the best. Ganking this early is not advised because the enemy team is much more ahead than I. However, I can farm, but I also need to keep tabs on the enemy Kha'Zix. In this case, I know he was coming because of my teammates' wards, and I lured him in here so my teammates can jump him. Like, I could have just left and, you know, just let him steal my camp, but I knew he wouldn't kill me fast enough and my teammates would respond. The Twisted Fate knew he was coming, so thankfully he responded. That's what you need in order to cover. You need to keep tabs on the enemy jungle at all fucking times. Never not be informed. Here I warded because I know he might have come to mid lane because he just killed Twisted Fate. So I just sit by, I smite my own blue wraith, and I wait in here. He face checks me, and Twisted Fate actually pings me to go back in, and I know I can survive. But even if I did die, I wouldn't mind doing a suicide gank. I'll explain what that is soon. Twisted Fate comes in, I turn around, and we finish Kha'Zix off. I am actually equal level to the Kha'Zix now. Anyways, suicide ganks are something that you can actually do to help you recover from the jungle. You're already behind, so your power spike is delayed. However, if you kill the enemy team, some guy from the enemy team, and you get gold from it and experience, it might, you know, further you to the power spikes to the point where you don't have to actually do it again. In this case, my ultimate, I barely get it, and I join the fight. I taunt through people, I end up saving the Tristana, and I end up dying for it. But however, we do get 3 kills from this, though. We're actually going to get 4 because the enemy Ziggs is going to show up and die as well. So I get gold, assistance gold from 3 kills, and I get experience for those 3 kills. I have caught up to my team. I've caught up to the enemy Kha'Zix, and it was because of, you know, the jungle recovery steps. I've outlined those in the article in the description, and I hope you go read them. They will go in far more detail than I could in this video. Here I'm just sort of displaying the examples of what I will be going in the article. There's simply not enough time to cover it all, so an article is needed, and you should read it. It covers the concepts of jungle recovery and resilience, and it covers the method of how to recover from the jungle through farming and ganking, and which champions are naturally more resilient. As this video showed, even someone as slow and gimpy as Jungle Shen can overcome an invader like Kha'Zix. It just requires you to work with your teammates, understand the situation, and take risks. But most of all, not give up if you got shafted early on.